Hello everybody. Jenny, Wanda back from Pecan Grove. We've been sitting here waiting on this military helicopters to get past us. They've been going for, seemed like 10 minutes. Anyway, maybe some point they'll get out of here. I came in before the freeze and the rain and all hit the other day, and I double dug these beds. And for those of you who don't know what double digging is, that means I dug a trench out, put all the dirt over to the side, and then put the grass back in the bottom. I double dug it. And
with the shovel.
With the shovel, yes. Well, I wasn't thinking, when I'm planting asparagus has got to be deep in the ground in order for it to be successful. So now I'm having to go back, and all my grass is down in the ground, and I'm having to pull it back up and throw it out of the beds here. That's why I'm down on the ground here. But I was over at Deep South this morning, looking at all the fruit trees. Everything's bloomed out over there beautifully, man. I mean, the freeze didn't hurt anything, don't look like. And while I was there, I saw some of these asparagus beds just sitting out there doing nothing, just growing up in weeds. And I told Wanda, I said, you know what? I'm going to dig up one of them beds. Because these crowns are 3 years old, and it is the Mary Washington variety, just like this right here. We bought this same stuff probably 3 years ago and planted them, and they have done very well. It's just that we haven't been there to take care of them, and the weeds had took them over. So I dug these up, and now the way to plant these is you want your asparagus to be a good 10 inches deep in the soil. So what I did was I went about 4 inches below this VEGO bed here and dug out a trench, and you want to kind of have a mound like this right here, down through here. That's so that your crown can set up on that mound and your roots can be spread down in that furrow part there. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is taking these. Now, I'm going to put them in the ground a little bit thicker than what it says to do it, because these are already older crowns. But what you do is you put these down like this right here, and you only put enough dirt to cover them up, maybe 2 to 3 inches of soil, which will put me back about what ground level was here. And then once they begin to grow through the soil, you keep adding soil. Now this is an 11-inch bed. We're going to eventually have this bed all the way up to here. And the asparagus roots and everything will be deep underground here, and that's what you actually want. I highly recommend spreading the roots out on each side of this. That's the way I did over at Deep South. And they really took off and done really well. Now, it says, I'm sure if you read up on it, it'll tell you to put them apart further than what I'm putting them. But I planted mine like this over at Deep South, and we got plenty of asparagus. There was no, it didn't matter. Now, these are going to spread. These are going to make more in the ground. I mean, look at some of them older roots. Them things, boy, they're pretty. And I'm going to put them a little bit thicker because we love asparagus. I'm going to take this soil, I'm going to spread a little bit of it back on these roots right here. Kind of to hold all this in place. There's a lot of trash in this grass and stuff, so I'm having to kind of take my time and get it out of here, because asparagus does not compete with grass. It don't compete. You need to make sure your beds are really, really clean. Now this is our own soil here from our rotted down trash piles, which is, you can tell the difference in how dark it is. It is really, really good soil. Now I'm about up to where I cut off the tops of those little asparagus ferns sticking up there. So I'm right up to them, and what I want to let happen is I want to wait for new ones to start popping up before I go any more soil deeper than that. Now what I'm going to do is come over to the other side right here, because what I'm going to put 2 rows in here. And it's going to make it a little bit difficult, because you can see I double dug. I mean, I turned in grass, roots. My plan was I was going to let all that rot, but we realized we need to get our asparagus and get it going. Now if these freezes is over with. And let me tell you something, this is that old centipede grass in the deep south. That stuff will take over. Alright, let's see if we can get this one. Get it down in there. I'm gonna run short of deep south ones. I was gonna just do a comparison, the deep south bed versus the Walmart bed, but let's look at the Walmart stuff and see what it looks like. You would soak these in water, but this soil is kind of moist and damp, and plus we fixing to water them in, so I'm gonna let them go at that. One of them had a little bit of green in it there.
So you put 2 on this end, on the
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have one left over. I think there were 4 in the pack, and that one don't look like it's in too good a shape. I don't know if they're alive, dead, or what, but these are the Walmart specials. These are the Mary Washingtons. We're going to split the roots up. I'm going to put half on one side and half on the other side. Kind of get them down in there. We had 5 of these. Now these are exactly the same as what's on the other bed over there that we got from deep south. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have dueling beds. We're going to have the Walmart bed versus the deep south bed right there. All right, guys, these are the Jersey Knights. If I'm correct, the Jersey Knights I believe, are male. The Mary Washingtons was an heirloom. They produce a fern that has red berries on it that reproduces itself. Some people call them a nuisance. Other people are happy because they multiply. We've never really had an issue with them multiplying and getting out of control, to be honest with you. That really wouldn't be a bad thing, I don't think. But the Jersey Knights here, they make a whole lot bigger spear than the Mary Washington does. The Mary Washington will put up a little skinny spear lots of times, where the Jersey Knights, being they're male, they don't reproduce, is my understanding. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. They make a lot larger diameter spear than the other one does. And lots of people will plant the Jersey Knights. They got Jersey Knights, Jersey Giants, Purple Jersey. They got lots of different ones of them. People will plant these because they classify them as being non-invasive, so they don't take over. And people who have small places, limited planting places, that is, I guess you'd say, it's kind of more appealing to them. And guys, I'm not doing it, but please soak them in water when you get them. I'm running short on time. And if you want to do it, I guess you'd say the really right way, it would be to soak them in water. Now some of these, like this crown right here, guys, I would be willing to bet this crown right here is over a year old. It says GMO free. Guys, to my knowledge, now I may be 100% wrong, but to my knowledge, there is no GMO asparagus. I mean, they might be. Who knows? It might have happened yesterday. It does say it's for our zone. Full sun. Depth 6 inches. Well, these will end up being a lot deeper than 6 inches. Size 2 year.
And this is one thing that you plant that you don't get anything usually this year.
Right. Now, let me say this. I have not fertilized this. This is just plain, just soil. There is no fertilization in this. There's been no lime. Nothing like that has been added. So, I'm going to have to do a soil analysis on it. Okay guys, we have successfully planted them. These, for those of you who have questions about it, these are the VEGO 6-in-1 beds. The design, the 6-in-1 means that you can make them in an array of different ways, 6 different ways. We chose the 3.5, I think 3.5 by 5.5 or 3 by 5.5, something like that. Because we were doing asparagus, we wanted to have 2 rows in each one of them. Now we do have the 6-in-1s up in the front that are done long and narrow because of the design and the way we was planting them. These are 11 inches deep, which I think would be more than enough for the asparagus. I don't think we'd have too much problem with that. So, stay with us and continue to watch us on this particular journey here, because I want to know as well as you guys, will the Walmart 2-year-old catch up with the Deep South 3 or 4-year-old? I don't remember which one it is. I think it's 4 years old, to be honest. We got 4-year-old crowns here, a couple of 2 and 2-year-olds left over there, and a whole bed here. Let's see if the Jersey Knights, the Mary Washingtons, let's just see which one outperforms the other, and whether we just wasted our time buying crowns from Walmart. Of course, I have to confess, our original ones that we got came from Walmart. So I know they will grow, and at one point I do have a video over on Deep South Homestead showing me harvesting seeds off of the Mary Washingtons and planting them and actually growing my own asparagus from the seeds off of them, because I wanted to know if it was legitimate, and it does work. But you're looking at an extra 2 years to get back where you are if you just go to Walmart and buy them, you know. But my suggestion is this: if you're going to use the asparagus bare roots from Walmart, get them and plant them as soon as they come in. Don't do like we just did and wait 4 weeks in packs, and only the Lord knows how long they were in Walmart, because we don't go to Walmart very often. And so if they don't come up, it may not be their fault. A lot of the responsibility may fall on us because we did not put them in the ground. We've been in and out of hospitals, doctors' offices, and life has been going on. We just waited on the VEGO beds, getting them together. There was an array of different things that held us back. So my challenge is this to you: keep watching, and let's see together which one outperforms the other. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.